Everyone, may I ask you now to please stand for the arrival of Her Excellency, the Honourable Barbara Baker, Governor of Tasmania, and Emeritus Professor Don Chalmers. Please be seated. Well, this is definitely the biggest ever attendance for a prize giving, and how fitting for the 80th Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race. It is now my honour to introduce the other members of the official party. Commodore Nick Hutton from the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania. Commodore Sam Haynes, the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia. Mr. Eduardo McLean, Rolex Australia General Manager. The Honourable Premier of Tasmania, Jeremy Rockcliffe MP, representing the Tasmanian Government. The Deputy Lord Mayor Councillor, Dr. Zelinda Sherlock, representing the Lord Mayor and the City of Hobart. And Mr. Michael DeVoe, Tasport's Group Executive Major Projects, Assets and Technical Services, representing Tasports. I now invite the RYCT Commodore Nick Hutton to provide welcome remarks and to commence the official presentation ceremony.
Thank you, Gordon. Your Excellency Barbara Baker, AC, Governor of Tasmania, and very importantly, Commodore-in-Chief of the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania, welcome. The Honourable Jeremy Rockcliffe MP, Premier of Tasmania, Deputy Lord Mayor of Hobart, Dr. Zelinda Sherlock, Eduardo McLean, Managing Director, Rolex Australia, Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, Commodore Sam Haynes, Yacht Club Directors, Managers, Life Members, Competitors, Volunteers, Supporters and Staff. Welcome. First, and I won't get to do this for everyone, so I get to grab them all at once. Congratulations to all the recipients. To win anything in this great race is a massive achievement. Just to finish is a win, but to pick up one of these magnificent trophies is a fantastic experience and a wonderful achievement. So congratulations to you all. As we've heard many times over the last week or two, this has been the 80th race in an unbroken partnership between the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia and the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania. The connective tissue that holds this partnership together is the volunteering effort from both clubs. After a tough race, as we've seen this year, with all the hard work and sometimes heartbreak that's involved in getting to Hobart, the sailors arrived to the warmest welcome in the world of sailing. To say that the event is embraced by the people of Hobart as we saw when Matt Allen, James Mayo and the crew on Master Lock Comanche arrived a few days ago. That is a gross understatement. This is a massive event for Hobart, for Tasmania, for Australia and the world. The first official welcome that people get when they come to the end of this race is to be greeted by the finishing box team. Mission critical recording of the timing so that we can work out who won the thing in the end. Pretty important job. While people have been travelling from Sydney, the race management and the communications teams have been quietly, efficiently being their mums and dads in the background, keeping an eye on everyone and doing their best to keep them safe, efficiently monitoring and supporting them 24 hours a day. Tasmania Police have stood ready to assist in an emergency at sea should there be one. Tasports, our local harbour authority, host the yachts at their berths in the city of Hobart, right in the middle of town. Very importantly, the Rotary Club of Glenorchy manage tons of baggage, dispensing much needed bags and plenty of good humour in equal measure to those who come in at all hours of the day and night and just want to have a shower and put on some clean clothes. Absolutely wonderful effort from those folks. And then finally, we find ourselves here. And then we find ourselves here in the Federation Concert Hall to celebrate the achievements in this great race, an event made possible on every level by the Sailing Office staff at the CYCA, led by Tara Blanc-Ramos and her team, and they deserve a round of applause too, please. And these magnificent trophies are delivered by the trophy management team that you'll see sneaking about at the back of the stage, but making sure everything runs super smooth. So thank you to all those people who make this happen, and thank you, the competitors, for making it all worth our while and seeing your tired but happy faces when you come in. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commodore Hutton. And now, with great pleasure, I call on Her Excellency, the Honourable Barbara Baker, Governor of Tasmania, to the lectern.
Thank you very much, Gordon. And good afternoon to everyone. As Gordon has already said, I've never seen so many people here today, so welcome to you all. May I begin by acknowledging the Muwinina people upon whose land we gather. I acknowledge today's Tasmanian Aboriginal community as ongoing custodians of country. I recognise their enduring culture and deep connection to land, sea, sky and waters. This 80th Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race has again demonstrated that it is a challenge not only to skill and endurance, but also to the dangerous and high seas. This year, crews battled through tough conditions. Over a quarter of the fleet was forced to retire. Since its inception in 1945, this race has maintained its international reputation for sailing excellence and also connects our two great cities, Sydney and Hobart. This year, a parade of sail preceded the race start to recognise the founders of the Sydney-Hobart Yacht Race 80 years ago. The parade of sail included the sail training ship Young Endeavour as the lead ship, as well as classic yachts and previous winning and record-holding yachts. May I mention that this is the final year for the Young Endeavour to be the flagship for the Rolex Sydney-Hobart race. The parade reminds us that the first race saw just 9 boats set sail, quite a different fleet from this year. The race has grown and evolved over the years, with as many as 371 boats entering the 50th anniversary of the race in 1994. This year, solemnly and fittingly, as each yacht passed Bondi, rose petals were scattered to pay tribute to each of the 15 innocent lives taken in the Bondi terror attack. May I now congratulate Master Lock Comanche, this year's Line Honours winner, and skippers Matt Allen and James Mayo. You arrived in Hobart just after 6 p.m. on the 28th of December, a race time of 2 days, 5 hours, 3 minutes and 36 seconds. My congratulations also to Law Connect, second across the line, and to SHK Scallywag 100 in third place. And to Min River, the overall winner on handicap, and to co-skippers Yang Lin and Alexis Loizen, congratulations. You have made history, becoming the first double-handed yacht and the first with a female skipper to take out the overall win. Yay! Obviously a very popular win. Commiserations to BNC and to co-skippers Jan Regal and Michael Quinton for the upheld protest. Finally, congratulations to all competitors. On behalf of everyone involved, may I also thank the organisers, volunteers and staff who have again put in great efforts for this wonderful race. Thank you, Rolex, for your continued sponsorship of this race since 2002. Your support has indeed maintained this Blue Water Classic as one of the world's most exciting, challenging and famous ocean races. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Would you please now present the following trophies? First yacht out of Sydney Heads, the Jack Brooklyn Memorial Trophy and Cannon. And second over the line, the CYCA Trophy. And it goes to Law Connect, Christian Beck. And representatives of Law Connect now to collect the trophies. The first yacht due south of Tasman, the F&J Livingston and Replica, and also line honours, the J.H. Illingworth Trophy and Replica and Cannon. Master Lock Comanche, Matt Allen and James Mayo. Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll now call on Mr. Eduardo McLean, Rolex Australia General Manager, to present the Rolex timepiece to the Line Honours yacht and also present the trophies and express his appreciation and joy of this occasion. And the Rolex General Manager will now make a short address. He's not getting off that easily.
Your Excellency, distinguished guests, sailors, good afternoon. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge all the sailors who took part in this remarkable race. In this extremely competitive 80th edition, you demonstrated outstanding physical endurance, mental resilience, and tactical judgment from start to finish. I would also like to warmly recognize the many volunteers working behind the scenes. Those dedication and commitment made this event possible. My congratulations to Commodore Haynes of the CYCA and to Commodore Hutton of the RYCT and their skilled teams for this outstanding organization of such a demanding offshore race. The Sydney-Hobart Yacht Race is truly the jewel in the crown of sailing and stands as one of the most iconic events in the global sporting calendar. As title sponsor, Rolex is proud to celebrate 24 years of partnership with the CYCA and the Rolex Sydney-Hobart Yacht Race, and it is a great honor for me to represent Rolex in this special 80th anniversary. To all involved, I congratulate you and wish you a very happy new year and look forward to seeing you again in 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Eduardo McLean.
Good afternoon, everybody. Just on behalf of James and myself, we just wanted to say a few words, especially congratulations to Min River, especially from my perspective, representing world sailing from time to time, not so much today, but double-handed sailing has been a huge initiative from world sailing, and it's fantastic to see the first female skipper and the double-handed win the overall, so please, congratulations. James and I go back a long way in this race. I go back to 1976. James goes back to 1985. So we've seen many editions of the great race, as we call it. But there was nothing like the welcome we had coming into Hobart. Probably 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening helped, but it was fantastic. There was no space anywhere at the Taste of Tasmania, right along the docks. We had the warmest welcome of any yacht race anywhere in the world, and it was fantastic to arrive in Hobart on what was my 33rd race, and it was something that James and I will never forget. We also just wanted to thank very much the two yacht clubs, the volunteers, the staff. It was a fantastic job. It just gets better and better. The footage coming from the race to the whole world, we've had messages from people all over the world. It is very, very much a global race. It is huge in North America. It is huge in Europe. And I would also like to thank Rolex for their continued partnership with this race, now well over 20 years and still going strong. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Matt Allen and James Mayo. I'll now call on Commodore Nick Hutton to present the next round of trophies. Third in PHS Division 2, second in PHS Corinthian, Wild Oats, Gordon Smith and Stuart Byrne. This boat, a two-time winner of the Great Race and proudly representing the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, Gordon Smith and Stuart Byrne. Second in PHS Division 2, Just Far Love, Scott Lovell from the Tamar Yacht Club. Beautiful boat, Tasmanian Hue and Pine, Tasmanian Blackwood, Tamar Yacht Club and the Port Dalrymple Yacht Club in the north of Tasmania, Scott Lovell. And first in PHS Division 2, Cyan Moon, Wayne Arnold Seaward. Proudly representing the Sandringham Yacht Club. And I think that is Elizabeth Seaward, Wayne's wife. It is Elizabeth, isn't it? No. My line with Elizabeth is that she is the granddaughter of the great A.J. Johnny Moyes, a legendary cricket caller on the ABC. So there's a real connection there. And third in PHS Division 1, Flying Fish Arctos from the Flying Fish Academy. Second in PHS Division 1 for a yacht travelling from the furthest point to compete. It's the Polish Trophy and Plaque, and it goes to Alithia Jost Stolman. All the way from the Dusseldorf Yacht Club in Germany. And first in PHS Division 1, the Ranza Trophy goes to Shimbiri, Ben Shipley. There were 15 Queensland entries this year, and Shimbiri from the Royal Queensland Yacht Squadron. First, PHS Corinthian, the CYCA Trophy, the York Family Trophy, and it goes to the double-hander Crux. And coming forward are the two co-skippers, Carlos Ados and Peter Grayson. The classic little SNS 34, sister ship to the 1969 winner. Crux, for a lot of the race, was leading in the overall IRC division. A great effort by them. Third Sydney 38 division, St. Cont. Kim Jaggar's boat, skippered by Michael Bensick. Michael, in his 28th journey to Hobart, also on board was Bob Thomas in his 33rd. And Bob was on Midnight Rambler in that horrible 1998 race when Midnight Rambler was successful on handicap. Well done to Sankont. Second Sydney 38 Division, Pulpito, MLS, David Tregay. All the way from New Caledonia, the Cercle Nautique, New Caledonia, David Tregay. Pulpito, the Sydney 38, second IRC Division 4, first in the Sydney 38 Division, the one-ton trophy, Mondo, Lisa Callaghan. The president of the Manly Yacht Club. And leading home the Sydney 38s, Mondo, Lisa Callaghan. They have only 375 members. Well done to Lisa and Mondo. And Lisa passionately supporting women's involvement and particularly young girls. So a great effort there by Mondo. Thank you, Commodore Hutton. I'll now call on Deputy Lord Mayor Councillor Dr. Zelinda Sherlock to present the next batch of trophies. Third in IRC Veteran, Catabara, Paul Roberts. A Sydney 41 and Paul Roberts from the Sandringham Yacht Club in Melbourne. Well done, Catabara. Second IRC Veteran, Inner Circle, Darren Cooney. From the Royal Motor Yacht Club at Toronto, New South Wales. And first in IRC Veteran, Bacardi, Brett Avery. Bacardi's 32nd Rolex Sydney Hobart race. Second to Love and War in 2006 on handicap. As Brett Avery says, we are the custodians. Second IRC Grand Veteran, Western Morning, Mark Ato. Now, Mark Ato finished only at 12:30, so he's fresh off the boat from the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, and I know son Oscar was on board as well, so a wonderful effort by Western Morning. Mark Ato. And third, IRC Racer Division, the cruiser, Oroton Drumfire. Skippered by Philip Neal, owned by Will Vickers, and some crew members will be coming up to accept for Oroton Drumfire. The most handsome boat in the fleet, without doubt. Oh. A sixth Sydney Hobart for Oroton Drumfire, and also for the owner Will Vickers. Second IRC Racer Cruiser, Antipodes, Jeff and Natasha Hill. Representing the Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club, and Natasha Hill co-skippering the boat with Dad. And I do believe that is Jeff Hill's last race to Hobart. The Santa Cruz 72. First female skipper, the Jane Tate Memorial Trophy and half model goes to Antipodes, Natasha Hill. And Natasha, give me a thumbs up or down. Is it Jeff Hill's last race? Until next year, yeah. First IRC Racer Cruiser goes to Sumatra. Hey, it's a team sport. Shane Diethelm and Peter Vanderwall. Representing the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, Sumatra, in its first Sydney Hobart, the Swan 48. Third double-handed line honours goes to Packman, Peter Elkington and Scott Kavanagh. Peter and Scott representing the Royal Queensland Yacht Squadron. First IRC Division 6, third double-handed IRC goes to Toucan, Edward Curry Hyde and Lincoln Jews. Jeannot Sunfast 33, representing the Royal Prince Alfred Yacht Club in Sydney. Well done to Edward Curry Hyde and Lincoln Jews. Third IRC Division 5, third PHS Corinthian, the Sydney 36 Supernova. Representing the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, Alex Sayer in his 22nd Hobart, Felicity Nelson, incredible, her 29th. And navigator of the first Tasmanian yacht on corrected time, it's the City of Hobart Trophy and Plaque, and it goes to the Sydney 36 Midnight Rambler. Andrew Davison. Representing the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania, Midnight Rambler, Andrew Davison, first Tasmanian navigator on corrected time. And our thanks to Deputy Lord Mayor Councillor Dr. Zelinda Sherlock. I now call on Tasport's representative, Michelle Deveau, to represent and present the following trophies. 3rd IRC Corinthian, 2nd IRC Division 5, 1st Tasmanian Yacht on IRC. The Tasports Trophy goes to the Sydney 36 Midnight Rambler, Ed Saltus. Ed Saltus in his 43rd Rolex Sydney Hobart. Ed, don't go too far because some more trophies coming your way, but Tony Ellis, 55 Hobart races on board as well, and he said he's coming back again because he's only finished 48 of his 55. He needs to finish 50. 3rd IRC Division 4, Shanann, Cameron McKenzie and Nigel Jones. Shanann from the Mornington Yacht Club, Cameron McKenzie and Nigel Jones. 3rd in IRC Division 4. First in IRC Division 4, the Sir Arthur Warner Trophy, and it goes to the newest boat in the fleet last year. Sadly, they had to retire early on for the United States of America. Bacchanal, Ron Epstein. Retired attorney from San Francisco, the Corinthian Yacht Club in the United States of America and the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, Ron Epstein, Bacchanal. And not confirmed, but I think in very good shape for the Audi Centre Sydney Blue Water Classic, the overall point score, but that's still to be confirmed. 3rd IRC Division 3, Team White Wave, Mark Griffith. The DJ, Don Jones 46, Team White Wave, representing the Sailing Centre, China. Team White Wave, 3rd in Division 3, Mark Griffith. Second IRC Division 3, Tenacity, John Laurie. Tenacity, a Tasmanian yacht, representing the Bellerive Yacht Club on the eastern shore of the River Derwent. Well done to John Laurie, Tenacity, 2nd IRC Division 3. First IRC Division 3, the RORC Trophy and replica, and it goes to the Far 40 KD1, Joe de Kock. So many great sailors coming from Newcastle, Lake Macquarie. Joe de Kock representing the Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club. First Armed Services Yacht on corrected time. The Ogden Cup and plaque. The Beneteau First 40 from RANZA, the Royal Australian Navy Sailing Association at Rushcutters Bay, Navy 1! Skipper Chief Petty Officer, Nick Greenhill. There was an even mix of male and female on board, several officers and 2 female able seamen. Navy 1 takes out the Ogden Cup and plate.
Sorry, you mentioned co-skipper, Hobart Stevens.
Tell me, quickly.
Just to mention, we co-skippered this year with Grace Cowboy Stevens.
Thank you. First Victorian Yacht on corrected time, the Lou Abrahams Memorial Trophy, and it goes to the RP36, Dasher and Fisher, How Bizarre, Scott Robinson. A Sequest RP36, and proudly representing the Royal Melbourne Yacht Squadron. Dasher and Fisher, How Bizarre, Scott Robinson. Third IRC Division 2. This man, the skipper, did his first Hobart in 1979. This was his 44th. I'm referring to Chutzpah, Bruce Taylor. The retired orthodontist sailed with his son Drew, who's based in Hong Kong, on their 32nd Hobart race together, consecutive. 322 Hobart caps in the Chutzpah crew. Amazing performance. Second IRC Division 2, back to black. His 35th race to Hobart, Sean Langman from the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia. Sean and Back to Black performed with great distinction for Australia at the Admiral's Cup this year, Australia placing 5th, and a magnificent performance here by Back to Black, representing the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia. He's a famous sailor, Sean Langman. And Sean will probably go to Hobart next year in a 30-footer. Anything's possible. He's a great seaman. He was actually born on a boat at the Cruising Yacht Club. First IRC Division 2, the Peter Alsop Memorial. And it goes to Damien King, MRV. the beautiful Freres 61, and Damien, of course, from the Sandringham Yacht Club in Melbourne. And our thanks to Michelle DeVoe. Michelle, Tassport's Group Executive for Major Projects, Assets and Technical Services, and Tassport's a major partner of the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia and a major force behind the great race. I now call on the Premier, the Honourable Premier of Tasmania, Jeremy Rockcliffe, MP, to address you here today.
Thank you very much, Gordon, Your Excellency, distinguished guests all, and can I say there's a reason why our competitors, when you arrive at our shores, of course, that people embrace you with fantastic enthusiasm. Don't underestimate competitors, please, the admiration that we all have for you, and Eduardo said it beautifully when it came to that mental strength, that courage, of course, and all the skills that you display and the wonderful sense of adventure that you bring such enthusiasm to the Sydney Hobart Yacht Race in its 80th year. So it's a great honour for me as Premier of Tasmania, on behalf of all Tasmanians, to congratulate all your competitors and all the support crews that make up this wonderful event. 128 yachts compete in the great race this year. And can I say to Eduardo, thank you to Rolex, who've been the sponsor of the Sydney Hobart Yacht Race for 24 years, since 2002. We couldn't do without your support, so thank you very much to Rolex and all your team. We also acknowledge the great partnership between two clubs, the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia and the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania. And the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania provides immense support for the event, as I know you will appreciate. And I also want to honour the 260 volunteers who support the crews on their arrival and indeed beforehand as well, putting in more than 2,300 hours of volunteer labour. Thank you very much to all our volunteers. In many and varied fields, race management, communications, the finish box, race liaison centre at the Rolex Village, on-water patrol boats and baggage logistics, with the support, of course, again, of the Rotary Club of Glenorchy. Now, our trophy volunteers craft a number of the trophies from Tasmanian fine timbers, and I've been asked to thank Ron Bugg and Commodore Hutton for their very fine efforts, so thank you very much. Gentlemen, well done. Obviously, the work behind the scenes by our volunteers is essential in the great success of this event, and of course we celebrate the volunteers not only in the 80th year but the previous 80 events, of course. And can I just say to all those that have come from farther afield, and it's a great pleasure that we have the opportunity in Hobart to be at the finish line, of course, and it is very uplifting, and I've often put down a glass of wine and stood alongside my friends as we celebrate you arrive in our shores, and you deserve every single accolade that you have. But we are very privileged this year. 6 Australian states were represented in the fleet of over 130 yachts, as we say, along with 17 international entries from New Zealand, Hong Kong, New Caledonia, USA, France, Germany, Poland and the Netherlands. Well done to you all. Please enjoy Tasmania's hospitality, enjoy our wonderful, friendly people here in Tasmania, make the most of it, and thank you so much again for allowing me to say a few words, Gordon, and congratulations to you all. Thank you.
I'll now ask Premier Rockcliffe to present the Government of Tasmania commemorative medallions for female participants in 10 races. Also the medallions for those in 25 races and medallions for 40 races. But firstly, females in 10 races. Helen Buckland. Helen actually competed in her 10th Rolex Sydney Hobart last year aboard Wings with Ian Edwards. Commencing in 2011 aboard Chancellor, she has sailed with Ted Tour on 4 occasions before doing the majority of her races aboard Wings and the Sydney 38 Mondo. Now, Helen is not with us here today, but Tara from the sailing offices is going to make sure that that medallion finds its home. So congratulations, Helen Buckland. I'm sure this woman is with us here today. We all know her very well, Bridget Canham. 1993 saw Bridget compete in her first Hobart with the all-female crew aboard Telecom MobileNet. Among her significant achievements, she raced double-handed with Kath Field aboard Currawong in 2022, and they made it 20 minutes before midnight. And also last year in 2023, a stalwart of the Sailors with Disabilities team, she has been a significant part of the race with the crew and the majority of her 10 races, including this year aboard MWF Kale. As you can see, Bridget is very shy. And Genevieve White, doing her first Hobart in 2000 aboard Xena with Sean Langman in 2000. So her first Hobart in 2000, Jen has sailed on some famous yachts to achieve her 10 races. Amos Sports 2, a Volvo 70 in 2001, followed by 97, Watt Yacht and Ragamuffin. And in 2017, she joined Kealoha 2 for her next 4 races and achieving her 10th this year aboard Vixen Racing. And now the 25 race medallions. Firstly, Nick Partridge. Commencing in 1996, Nick has sailed all sizes of yachts from 30-footers to maxis, taking line honours aboard Nicorette in 2004, finishing in the top 5 on handicap on more than 6 occasions in the TP52 class. Sailing with many of the greats, Ichiban. Yeah, you can come through, Nick. Yep. Ichiban, Secret Men's Business, Shogun and Gualo. Nick achieved his 25th race last year aboard No Limit with David Goetz, and he'll be sailing his 4th race aboard this yacht. Well done. That's David Goetz, isn't it? Yeah. That's not Nick Partridge. That's the great David Goetz. Congratulations, David. Former President of Australian Sailing. Craig Malouf, sailing aboard Innkeeper. First race in 1994, followed 2 years later by Amazon, and taking the first of his 2 line honours victories aboard Nokia in 1999, his second aboard Nicorette in 2004. Craig Malouf has sailed with many big boat teams, with Lutta Ingval and Sid Fisher aboard Ragamuffin, Loyal and also Scallywag 100. And he sailed his 25th race aboard Antipodes last year. Congratulations, 25 for Craig Malouf. And the next man from a famous Australian sailing family, Anthony Nossiter. Anthony competed in his first Hobart in 1999 and has missed only 1 year to achieve his 25 races. From the early days aboard Nicorette, he became a big boat specialist, sailing most of his races aboard Lion Honours contenders, including 11 races with Peter Harburg's Blackjack team, and gaining 4 Lion Honours victories with Nicorette, Alfa Romeo, Perpetual Loyal and Blackjack 100. In addition to an America's Cup and 2 Volvo Round the World races, Anthony has represented Australia at the Olympic Games in the Findingi class on 3 occasions, and he sailed aboard URM this year for his 25th race. And again, URM won the race for the 2nd year in a row from Sydney to Eden. The skipper, Anthony Johnson, gave me permission to say that. They were very well looked after by families and billeted out. They were given hot meals in Eden when they arrived at 11 o'clock at night. And URM, fantastic effort. Great to see you there, guys, with the 5 brothers. Okay, only one 40 race medallion. And it goes to Ralph Kalia, hailing from Lake Macquarie. Ralph did his first race aboard the Cardinal Puff with Peter Rundle in 1973. He went on to sail the majority of his Hobarts in many famous Lake Macquarie boats. The Newcastle Flyer, Fiona, Ozfire and Aurora, a loyal crew member staying with the same teams for many years. In 2002, Ralph joined Jeff Hill's crew and has competed in 10 races with Jeff aboard Struth and Antipodes. Sailing aboard Antipodes this year for his 40th race. Well done, Ralph Kalia. I'll now ask the Premier Rockcliffe to present the following trophies. The first all-female crew on IRC, the Barbarian Trophy. They were the only female crew and they all dived into the water when they finished. First Light, Elizabeth Tucker. Wonderful effort by Elizabeth Tucker and the female crew, the 13th all-woman crew since 1975 when Vicky Willman first achieved that moment. Elizabeth Tucker, former triathlete and Iron Woman. She sailed double-handed with Cole Brower, the famous solo sailor from America who circumnavigated the globe, the first American woman to do that. And they sailed out together. It took them 74 days to get here. First Light, the Class 40, Elizabeth Tucker and her crew. Well done. Third IRC Division 1, highly sprung, Mark Spring. Another great race for highly sprung and Mark, very competitive TP 52 from the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, Mark Spring, third in IRC Division 1. Second in IRC Division 1, Sebastian Bohm, Smuggler. Representing the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia and the reigning Audi Centre Sydney Blue Water point score champion Smuggler, Sebastian Bohm. First in IRC Division 1, the George Barton Trophy and replica. First yacht under 18.5 metres in length across the line, the Apollo Trophy and half model. And it goes to the Cookson 52 from the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron, Callisto James Murray. Well, they had a brilliant crew, and it's no surprise to see this boat taking first IRC Division 1. They were certainly in huge contention to win the race overall. until they came round Tasman Island and Cape Row. Then everything stalled. We've got the shore crew here as well. And of course, the CYCA's inaugural Sydney to Auckland race, the Trans-Tasman race, will be happening in February. And it will be finishing at the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron in Auckland on the harbour. So congratulations to Callisto, James Murray. And they had one of the legends of world sailing on board, Sue Bannatyne, in his 17th Rolex Sydney Hobart. Third IRC Division 0, third over the line. It goes to SHK Scallywag 100, Seng Huang Lee, skippered by David Witts. Representing the Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club, third over the line, just 70 minutes behind Master Lock Comanche. We had those 3 100-footers in the river. Well done to SHK Scallywag 100. Another fighting and valiant effort. Second IRC Division 0 for the New York Yacht Club, Byron Earhart, Lucky, the 1K88. Well done to Lucky. Second IRC Division 0, Lucky, Byron Earhart from the New York Yacht Club. And they really pushed the 100-footers. First IRC Division 0, the Rushcutter Trophy and replica. And it goes to last year's overall winner, Celestial V70, Dr. Sam Haynes. I'll now call on Dr. Sam Haynes, the Commodore of the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, to present the following trophies, but initially to say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, competitors, partners, friends, good evening. On behalf of the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, it's my great honour to welcome you to Hobart for this prize giving, the 2025 Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race. This year's 80th edition has once again reminded us why Sydney Hobart is one of the world's great sporting challenges. From the spectacle of Sydney Harbour on Boxing Day, through the realities of Bass Strait and the final miles up the Derwent, which I know very well from this particular edition. This race demanded the very best preparation and seamanship and teamwork. And tonight we celebrate some truly historic achievements. For the first time in the history of this race, we have a female overall winner, with young Lin's Min River delivering outstanding performance. It's a milestone moment, not just for this race, but for offshore sailing more broadly. Min River also marks another first, the first double-handed yacht ever to win overall. A remarkable achievement. The CYCA has brought double-handed sailing's overall eligibility into the Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race over the last few years. The result is a testament to our commitment to increased participation and diversity in the race. Across the overall IRC standings, the quality and depth of this fleet has been exceptional. Seeing names like Love and War, Midnight Rambler, and so many other proven performers once again at the pointy end of the leaderboard is a reminder of how competitive and how special this race is. These boats and teams represent generations of commitment and the heart and soul of the great race. To every skipper and crew who took part in this race, thank you. Simply making it to the start line is an achievement, and finishing in Hobart is something you will always be proud of. I'd like to acknowledge our principal partner, Rolex, for their enduring support of the great race, and our race finishing partner, the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania, for their outstanding hospitality and professionalism, and also thank Tasports and the Tasmanian Government through Events Tasmania. An event of this magnitude cannot be as successful as it is without your contribution. My sincere thanks also go to the volunteers, race officials, safety teams and staff in Sydney and on the water and here in Hobart. This race simply does not happen without you. To tonight's prize winners, congratulations. You are now part of the long and proud history of the Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race. Enjoy the New Year's Eve celebrations and sail safely home, and we look forward to welcoming you back again next year. Thank you.
Commodore Haynes will now present the following trophies. First Grand Veterans, Second IRC Division 6, Second IRC Corinthian, Third IRC Overall, the RYCT Trophy and Replica, the Storm Bay Cup and Replica, and it goes to the famous yacht Love and War, Simon Kurtz and Steve McCullum. Skippered by Steve McCullum in his 29th Rolex Sydney Hobart, the former Commodore of the RYCT and the owner Simon Kurtz, a proud moment for Love and War. A third place finish in the Tattersall Cup, third IRC overall, first Grand Veterans, second Division 6, second IRC Corinthian, Love and War, sensational. First double-handed line honours, second double-handed IRC, first IRC Division 5, first small boat across the line, the Battery Point Trophy and half model, first IRC Corinthian, Graham Fizzle Freeman Memorial Trophy, second IRC overall, the City of Hobart Trophy and Replica, the Bass Strait Cup and Replica, the Solo Trophy and Replica, wait for it, BNC Mynet Leon. Michelle Cantin and Jan Riegel. From New Caledonia. An amazing performance, and we salute you. And a safe journey home in the cyclone season. Next, navigator of the winning yacht, the Bill Owen Memorial Trophy and Replica, and it goes to Min River, Alexis Loison. One of the world's most famous sailors, a two-time winner of the Fastnet race as a double-handed crew. His nickname is God. Alexis Loison, navigator of the winning yacht. Second, double-handed line honours. First IRC Division 6. First double-handed IRC. First IRC overall. The double-handed IRC trophy. The George Adams Tattersall Cup. The RORC plaque and replica. And the Government of Tasmania trophy and replica. And it goes to Min River, Zhang Lin and Alexis Loison. Zhang Lin only took up sailing seriously 10 years ago. She underwent all of the sailing courses, the safety courses. She came to Sydney for a holiday and saw the yachts on the harbour and the blue sky and said, "What's this all about? I've got to do this." And boy, has she done it. I now call on Mr. Eduardo McLean, the Rolex Australia General Manager, to present the Rolex Yachtmaster timepiece to the skipper of the winning yacht with Commodore Haynes. Well, I think you'll all agree, a triumphant moment. 91 boats have now finished. Santana is just home while we've been on air. There are still 2 boats at sea. Marguerite from East Sail, Sydney, is in the Derwent River, and Millennial Falcon is north of Tasman Island in that southerly at the moment. Robert Griffiths, so our thoughts are with them. But Millennial Falcon and Marguerite are the only 2 still at sea. Well, I think you'll all agree the 80th edition of the Rolex Sydney Hobart, the full force of Mother Nature was thrown at the 128 starters, but we all agree it was a race for the ages. How stunning was that? A big thank you to Rolex and the IMG team that put that magnificent footage together. Amazing. Yeah. I will now ask everyone to please be upstanding for the departure of Her Excellency the Governor and Emeritus Professor Chalmers.